Hey everybody, welcome back to Bearded Barbecue and Adventures. What do I have here? This is a 12-inch Dutch oven, and we are going to be making some monkey bread tonight. So let's go ahead and get all the ingredients out here, and I'll show you how to do it. This is a fantastic campfire recipe, backyard recipe. You can even do it in the kitchen if you really wanted to, but hey, it's more fun to do it in a Dutch oven. Let's get going. All right, everybody. So what you're going to do is I've got about 3 cans of biscuits about this size, about the size of like a Grand's, a Pillsbury Grand's type biscuit. And then I've got a half a cup of regular sugar, a half cup of brown sugar, about 2.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. And I've got that in a bowl and I mixed it up. So what you're going to do, basically, I'm doing these with canned biscuits because this is a campfire meal that you want to do, and you want it to be quick when you're out there. So you're just going to quarter the biscuits up like so. And then once you do that, you can, I just kind of whisk that up, make sure all the clumps are out of the brown sugar. But you take that and you put your quartered pieces in, and you just kind of give them a good coating, with this sugar and cinnamon mixture. And then once each piece is kind of coated good, you're going to take it and you're going to drop it in the Dutch oven. Now, a lot of people will line the Dutch oven, and that's a good idea because anything with like sugar can eat away at your seasoning on the pot. This pot's been used multiple times, so it's got a good seasoning base on it. I don't anticipate it being too harsh on this Dutch oven, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, put them in the Dutch oven, and then we'll get the coals lit up and everything just to kind of All right, everybody. As you can see, I've got all 3 cans of biscuits quartered up, and then I've got them rolled in that dry uh, coating, and then you layer it into the Dutch oven. And then the last step is you take an entire stick of butter and just slice up some pats of butter, and then you just drop that right on top of the monkey bread. So the next step, we're going to get the coals lit up and then put these on there. It doesn't take more than like 15 minutes or so to bake. So we'll see you outside at the Dutch oven table. All right, everybody. It is still super wet from when it rained the other day. But as you can see, I've got a Dutch oven table. This thing is fantastic for when you want to cook on the Dutch oven. Ground may be a little bit too wet, or you don't have a fire pit. Thing makes all the difference in the world. So we're going to go ahead and light up. I've just got some lump charcoal in that chimney. We're going to go ahead and get that stuff lit up. And once the coals are red hot and ready, we'll spread them out on the Dutch oven. We'll put some on the bottom, put some on the top, and we'll get that monkey bread to bacon. Getting closer. All right, everybody. An important thing to remember is that you want fewer coals on the bottom and more coals on the top when it comes to this monkey bread type stuff. So we're just going to dump out a few here that I can kind of arrange the way that I want. Look at my handy dandy little lid lifter here that works to spread coals out that I need to. And what we'll kind of do is make it to where the bottom coals almost form kind of a ring around the outside of the oven instead of right up on the bottom of it. And this will kind of give it a extra security so that we don't burn the bottom. So I'm going to push these 2 out of the way for the time being. I should probably put this one back in, let it get a little hotter. Same thing for that one. And I think what we've got here is a good base for the bottom. So we've got our oven here. There you go. Just make sure it sits level. If you have any other coals that are kind of splashing out from underneath, you can push them back in. Like I said before, it rained and it's a little wet and soggy, and I'm stepping in holes. All right. It's going to be good for now. Just kind of spread these out on the top. It shouldn't take more than about 15 minutes to 20 minutes or so for these to bake. But we'll come back in a little bit and see how they're doing. Okay, so after they've been on 7-8 minutes, something like that, what you want to do is kind of take the Dutch oven and rotate it. So we're going to take this one and I'm going to rotate it about a quarter of a turn clockwise, right? About there. Then I'm going to rotate the lid counterclockwise so that it cooks everything evenly. Sometimes when you're cooking with coals, you can develop some hot spots and things like that. So that's just a pretty standard trick that you can use just to try and make sure everything's cooking evenly. So we'll let it go a little longer and then we'll open it up and take a peek. One of the things that you'll notice here is that I've added more coals. And the reason being is you can do the hand test. You can put your hand like here. And if you can hold that hand there until it gets uncomfortable after about 6 seconds, you know you're cooking at about 350 degrees. And so right there, cooking probably around 375, something like that. So I added more coals just to make sure that it was cooking hot enough. Because one thing you don't want is you don't want these things to be too doughy. You want it to be a little bit crisp and doughy and syrupy and everything else. And that whole mixture of that monkey bread, man, it's starting to smell good and I can't wait. Okay, let's open it up here and see what it looks like. Gotta be careful when you take the lid off. Oh man, look at that, folks. I believe that is done. Got a couple crispy up here, but that butter's melted down in there, and man, I wish y'all could smell this on camera, but man, that smells fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and dump the lids off the top and then get this inside and we will cut into it. Well, everybody, we've got the finished product right here. And I don't know if you remember Little Bear. He's helped me in another video before, and he has agreed to be my taste tester on this one, right? Mm-hmm. You gonna taste it and see what it tastes like? Mm-hmm. You ready to try it? Mm-hmm. What do you think it's gonna taste like? I don't know. I don't know either. I'm gonna set this right here. It's super, super hot. All right. Let's get you a good piece here. Oh, my goodness. Is it hot? Yeah, it's hot. Ooh. We're going to set that piece right there. Look at that, though. It smells good. It smells good, doesn't it? I got that piece there. I'll break it off. We'll let that cool. I'll try a piece, and you try a piece. Okay, ready? You go first. It's hot. What do you think? Oh, pretty good. We'll have to make this when we go camping, huh? What we say this was called? Monkey bread. Monkey bread, that's right. Guys, it turned out really good. Putting that butter in there, man, it just helps keep those biscuit pieces moist, and it's got plenty of cinnamon sugar, and this would be great sitting around a campfire. But that's all we got for today. So until next video, we'll see you behind the grill or behind the
wheel.
Good night, everybody.